Welcome to Gutter Trash episode number 202, Murder by Death. My name is Eric.
I am Jason.
How's it going?
It's going pretty good.
That's good.
How about you?
I don't know.
Why don't you know?
Oh, because I feel weird.
Weird?
Yeah. I am going to say this. I don't know if people hate the when I do it.
Uh-huh.
But there's a reason that I do it. Because it does sort of amp up the energy here at the beginning.
Yep.
And if I don't do it, the show falls flat on its face really quickly. Such as the last 20 minutes that we recorded that you'll never hear.
Yeah, we were gonna... It's like we were murdered by death.
Pretty much, yeah. So, I don't like doing the ho-ho-ho-ho-hos. And I know that you and Joe G have made fun of me for doing it.
Have we?
Yeah, you have, to the point where I got incredibly pissed off at the both of you for doing it.
Really?
Yeah, but I don't like doing it, but I have to.
I understand.
There's no other way that I can introduce the show and have it be not death.
Right. We could just, like, snort a line right off your desk right before you press record.
That'd be cool. Maybe we ought to introduce booze back into the equation.
Ooh. See, now I have to get up early on Mondays
Yeah,
now.
I always have to get up early.
Yeah. We're getting too old.
Yeah. We now have hangovers.
Yeah.
Not the movie kind. Just the real kind that hurt.
The painful, yeah. Yeah, so yeah, no, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. We're straight edge. It's cool.
Yeah. So, this movie, this Murdered by Death.
Yeah.
Well, as I mentioned, because I like to keep an open book for the listener.
Right.
We recorded like 20 minutes of us talking about this so far, and it wasn't going well.
No.
Because neither of us can wrap our heads around this movie. I think is the baseline of it.
You're right.
You have completely decided that you hate it.
I didn't say I hate it.
Oh, okay.
But I did not like it.
Well, isn't that the same?
No.
Oh,
not at all.
Okay.
No, there's a lot of things I don't like, and there's very few things I hate.
Okay. I think I liked it, but there are parts of it that I did not like. And I'm kind of still deciding.
Right. Yeah. That's how weird this movie is.
Yeah.
It really is. It's one of those, you're not like, oh, okay, it's this thing, and I'll file it away correctly, and
Right.
yeah.
It's a comedy, written by Neil Simon, which, I think I knew when I rented it, but, had forgotten by the time I picked it. I don't think I've ever seen anything that Neil Simon has ever done before.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd never heard of Neil Simon.
Really?
Yeah.
Never heard of Neil Simon.
Never heard of him.
Jesus fucking Christ. The hell is wrong with you?
I don't go out and research every single thing that exists in the world. I just like the things I
Who's
like.
doing research? I just live.
I don't talk to people about stuff I don't like.
You don't know that you don't like it.
Eh.
This is the only thing you've ever seen by him, apparently. It's the
Oh, yeah,
only thing
it's-
I've ever seen by him, but I know he exists.
Well, to the best of my knowledge,
He's
this
a playwright. He's made tons of movies, most of them starring Matthew Broderick.
really.
Quite a few of them.
Yeah. Well, maybe I have seen some of them.
I've always considered him to be like the low-rent Woody Allen.
Well, what has he done with Mr. Broderick?
Biloxi Blues, is that a movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. Something else about Jews in New York.
Taxi driver?
Sure. No, you're thinking of DC Cab.
Mr. T is not Jewish. We've been
But
over
the
this.
Barbarian Brothers are.
No, I mean, like, I kind of just float through life, and there's a lot of things that
I just float through life.
I don't pay attention to names and things. Like, there's so many celebrities and people who I'm familiar with their work, but I have no idea what their name is. Like,
Oh, The Odd Couple. The fucking Odd Couple.
the TV show?
And the movies.
Okay.
And the play.
I've never seen it.
Neil Simon. Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm not familiar. Not familiar.
Jesus.
Was he ever in Gwar?
Who?
Oh. No, I'm not familiar. Not familiar.
I recommend The Odd Couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause that's the only thing that I've seen other than this.
Maybe when I'm done with Breaking Bad and Dexter, I'll start Odd Couple.
You just have to watch the movie.
Yeah, okay.
Don't watch the TV show. Yeah. It's not necessary.
Skip it.
Yeah. I recommend the movie. With Jack Lemmon, Walter Matthau.
So,
You know who those are?
Isn't that guy from the Couch Trip?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'll check that out.
All right.
But yeah, as we were mentioning in the previous try, I'm not familiar with most mystery things at all.
Right.
So
Yeah, this movie is full of analogs of famous literary detectives. We got a Sam Spade analog, Nick and Nora Charles. I think both of those were written by Dashiell Hammett. We got Miss Marple and a guy whose French name I can't pronounce, done by Agatha Christie. And I don't know who created or wrote, but the character is Charlie Chan.
yeah, that's the only one I did know.
Right,
Charlie Chan.
The thing is, you probably know him best from racial stereotypes.
Yeah, yeah. And this is no different.
Nope. Wow. So, yeah, Peter Sellers is in this movie, and he plays the Charlie Chan character, Sidney Wang. And it is uncomfortable.
It is. I would even go as far as to say painful.
Yeah, maybe.
At least him. Like, at least,
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm not talking about the entire movie. Like, okay, I'm not a big fan of this movie, but yeah, Peter Sellers, it was painful to watch him in this movie.
Yeah. I wouldn't go so far as painful, but close to it.
At least very off-putting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the entire movie was about Peter Sellers doing this Chinese impression throughout it, and didn't have any other actors in it,
Right.
Unwatchable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Holy God, it's almost offensive. And I don't find much offensive.
I wonder, I mean, because, like, this is made in the mid-70s. I wonder if this is one of those things where, like, they were trying to push the envelope because, like, obviously, by the 70s, like, Americans didn't really do that sort of caricature of Japanese people anymore.
I think they kind of did.
In the 70s?
Oh, yeah. I mean, obviously, they did it in this movie.
Well, I know, but I'm trying to think of, like, it seems like in the 60s that kind of, like, they were like, well, we can stop doing that now, and then...
I don't know. I think it took quite a while. I think even now, it's still a thing.
But not quite to this degree.
Not to this degree, but
Right.
yeah, I don't think filmmakers, especially comedy, have learned any kind of lesson.
Right. Well, yeah, I guess, like, in Revenge of the Nerds, the Asian guy was pretty stereotypical.
Yeah, but at least I think at least in the late 70s and throughout the 80s, they at least learned that if they're going to make a racial stereotype, let's at least get someone of that race to play that character.
Well, yeah.
Which I guess makes it slightly less offensive.
Well, yeah, you're like, he's laughing with us.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the thing that makes Peter Sellers' performance in this movie the most uncomfortable is the fact that his character has a son, played by an actual Japanese man, or Oriental, Asian, whatever, right alongside him.
Oh, yeah, they're always sharing the screen,
Yeah,
right?
the same scenes, interacting, and I mean, it's obviously a guy who grew up, in Southern California or whatever, who, I mean, he's completely Americanized.
Right.
But you still have to think that, when he showed up on set and he sees Peter Sellers for the first time wearing slanty-eyed makeup and a Fu Manchu mustache,
Yeah.
that, that there had to be a moment. Well, no, it had to be throughout the entire movie where you're just like, what the fuck am I doing?
Right, yeah. There had to be a lot of, like, explaining or money changing hands or just biting your lip. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's that.
Yeah. That was weird.
Yeah. So, this movie has a pretty star-studded cast. David Niven, Peter Falk, Eileen Brennan, who was in the movie Clue, which I think reminds us both of this movie a lot.
Yeah, real
There's
similar.
a similar vibe.
Definitely.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Sir Alec Guinness.
Sir Alec Guinness, Obi-Wan. Almost like a chameleon.
Yeah.
Although, this may be the only other thing I've ever seen him in that he wasn't playing Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I think
Obi-Wan Kenobi's ghost.
I think I've seen a clip of when he played whatever the character is from Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy,
Okay.
because he played that character, and I think
Smiley.
I think I watched a clip of that when Gary Oldman was on like Charlie Rose or something. They showed some old versions of that character, but I'm not familiar with Alec Guinness's work either, and it was strange to see how different he just appeared and moved.
Right. Because, I think Alec Guinness, hair and a beard.
Yeah.
And he didn't have either in this movie. I also think brown robes, and he wasn't wearing that either.
At one point, he wasn't wearing anything.
That's true.
Something for the ladies.
We have a very young James Cromwell who shows up in this movie.
Is it the French guy's butler or driver? Yeah. I love that guy. To me, he's that guy because I didn't know his name.
He was in L.A. Confidential. I think he's in Babe, the Babe movies.
Yeah, and he was the farmer. Yeah,
Yeah. He's
he was not the pig.
No. He's the guy who made first contact with aliens in Star Trek universe.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. If I was any more of a Star Trek fan, I could probably even tell you his name. But I can't.
Oh, the
because I'm
character.
not.
Yeah.
But I do know he was in one of the movies, and according to other people I know, he was in several episodes.
Huh. That's cool. Yeah, I like that guy.
Yeah. He had to be like 20-something.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Shows up late in the movie wearing a weird mesh robe thing.
And those like ankle strap sock things that guys,
Garters, sock garters.
like the stuff that like the father or the master in Ren and Stimpy would wear, you know. And another very odd presence in this movie.
Oh yeah. Truman Capote is in this movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
doing some comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, that's weird. He's the writer, right?
Yeah.
In Cold Blood?
Yeah.
That's him?
Yeah.
Played by Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Right.
Yeah.
I'd never seen the man, like, I'm sure I've seen a picture of him, but I've never, like, seen him in motion and talking before.
Yeah.
So this was a bizarre introduction to someone, because I like his writing. Like, I've read some of his short stories, and it was really strange for me for this to be, like, the introduction to the man behind the books.
It's weird, sure. He plays the host of this party,
It's a
a get together.
dinner murder party.
Yeah. He plays the guy who invites the 5 greatest detectives in the world to this party, where he tells them that somebody is going to get murdered, and the person who solves the case gets $1 million.
Right.
That's the plot of
Yeah.
this movie.
It's pretty simple.
And that probably is where one of my problems with this movie comes from, is that it's very light on plot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because once we get that, then everything else is just sort of filler.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's where you and I start to deviate on our opinions on this,
Right.
because it all depends on whether we find that filler funny or not.
And I found very little of it funny.
I think I found quite a bit of it more funny than you did.
I mean, yeah, there's some, like, the kind of comedy that they use, I really like, because it's not, like, it's, just simple, like, dumb gags and things like
Right.
that, but, and it, it's not,
There's some wordplay.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's classic comedy,
Right.
and I like that, but I think, I don't know, a lot of it just, maybe a lot of it is, Peter Sellers in this movie, but like, I almost, like, didn't want to find some of it funny because I wanted to disassociate, any sort of enjoyment, I don't know. I mean, yeah, definitely some of it I didn't find funny, but I wonder if part of it is just going like, this is just wrong and weird, and
Right.
I just shouldn't like it,
I think the racist parts definitely are what kind of undercuts the other parts to it.
Yeah, it just like kind of pulls the rug out from under you when you're like
Right.
with it and you're enjoying it, and then all of a sudden, it's
Peter Sellers shows up.
yeah,
And is offensive.
yeah, and it just kind of I don't know.
Yeah, it's. I mean, and it's weird because there are some, I thought, funny parts that poked fun at Peter Sellers' portrayal of the
Right,
Charlie Chan character.
like Truman Capote's character talking to him about using adverbs and
Right,
whatnot.
pronouns.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Yeah, that helped.
Yeah, that helped, but I don't think it helped enough.
right.
Yeah. It's weird. It's just a weird movie.
Yeah. Oh man.
We mentioned Clue. It definitely has almost a very similar plot to Clue.
I've never seen a movie more similar to Clue ever,
Right.
but I love Clue.
Clue is amazing.
Yeah.
I think I can safely say go see Clue, not this movie.
Yeah.
Do you think that, because obviously Clue came later, do you think that when they got Lee Ving to play Mr. Body in Clue, that was their Truman Capote get?
Yeah, like, the kids, they love Breakfast at Tiffany's and Fear. Yeah. And Eileen Brennan was like, I'm real familiar with this sort of thing, but let me try to redeem myself.
Well, apparently this movie is very popular. And it seems to have a pretty good rating.
I was thinking about that halfway through. I was like, I bet this is, like, well received because, I mean, there's so many, like, it attracted so many big names. I mean, and these aren't people that became big names later.
They were big names at the time.
Yeah. And it's like, they wanted to do this, and like, it is just strange to me.
Right.
I don't know. I just didn't get it.
Neil Simon is a very respected playwright that you've never heard of.
Right.
Uh, I did read some trivia that I guess when they got Alec Guinness to do the role in this movie, that Neil Simon basically told him that he would do any rewrites that the actor wanted.
Really?
Yeah. And Alec Guinness told him that don't bother, he's having fun.
Huh.
Yeah. So maybe they just all had fun.
Yeah.
Except for Peter Sellers, who apparently hated this movie. And sold back his profit rights to the producers, and then the movie was very popular, and he made no money off of it.
I wonder if he hated it because he, like, watched, like, clips of it and he's like, what the fuck was I thinking?
I cannot believe for a minute that he had no idea what he was doing.
Right.
Because he made an entire career off of it. I mean, just his entire career is just based off of racial or nationality stereotypes.
Yeah, even in the Stanley Kubrick movie.
Yeah.
Love the Bomb. What's it? Dr. Strangelove. Yeah, he's very
Even though he plays like 4 characters in that movie.
Right.
One of them is a very stereotypical German character.
Right.
Then of course Inspector Clouseau, is potentially offensive to French people, I guess.
Yeah.
And I think even the French guy in this movie is similar.
Huh. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know.
I'm I'm just like having realizations and like you said earlier, I'm still trying to piece this together in my brain. It's like
Right.
it's such a weird. It's a weird movie.
Yeah.
Like because it seems to have different tones and different coming from different places and different parts of the movie. Like like I said, some of it feels like a Mel Brooks movie to me, and you're like, oh, good, it's just like fun slapstick, and then all of a sudden it just has a weirder tone, and like the comedy just changes from scene to scene. Maybe because there's so many different names in it, maybe like they took it in different directions or something. I don't know. Like I don't know how closely it's based on the original without any ad libs or whatever, but yeah, it just has
Sorry, what?
like I don't know if it was all like every line you heard was written by the same person, or if like they let some of the actors do some ad libbing.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe part of it also comes from the fact that since it is based on all these different detectives, and each of their the original versions of those characters, each of their stories all take place in different time frames and different have different tones.
Right.
Like the married couple, Nick and Nora Charles is the original. Like theirs is supposed to be like a very light, almost comedic kind of mystery thing.
Yeah.
They're a drunk, like happy-go-lucky couple who just happen to like solve murders on the side.
But it's got some like dry comedy.
Right, yeah.
Right.
Whereas Sam Spade, which is from the same writer, I think, is like very steeped in like what you think of when you think of noir.
Right.
So yeah, I mean that could also be the problem of trying to shoehorn all those different types of characters.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of things meshed into the same room that belong in different wings of the.
Right. And then there's like a weird, like the Truman Capote character is like a electronics genius who can build robots and have rotating rooms, and it's bizarre.
Yeah, and like a lot of the things that they explain away, they don't show you how it like would actually melded into the story. They just
I don't think you need to see that stuff either, though. But
like at least the room, I would have liked to have seen like something about how the room rotated.
Right.
Because you're like, oh, the room rotates. Okay.
Right.
And you're like, what? How do you know? I don't know.
Yeah, it's yeah, I think like I said, it's going to be all dependent on like yeah, the plot stuff barely matters, and it all depends on basically whether you find the comedy funny or not.
Right.
And like you said, it changes tone so many times, and like some of it revolves around so much around racism that
You know what? You know what I just realized? Like, because like I said, I haven't. I'm not familiar with a lot of those, detectives and detective stories that this is paying homage or poking fun at.
right.
So like, I don't get a lot of the like where it's coming from. Like, I had no idea that anything other than Charlie Chan and Peter Falk were like actually based on anything.
Right.
Like, I thought those were all just made up characters. It kind of reminds me of when I was younger, if I would read Mad Magazine and there was like a 6-page story spoofing a movie that I'd never seen.
Right.
And I just didn't get any of the references or jokes or whatever. Like, but I got that it was supposed to be funny. Like,
Right.
that's kind of what I feel about this movie. Like, it was just not for me.
That seems pretty apt, actually. Yeah, because I mean, all it was just sort of, a bad pun away from being a Mad Magazine kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like if the names had been puns of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there was one name that was the butler's name was
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of a pun.
Benson Mum. Yeah, sort of.
And I think my favorite joke in the movie was when Benson Mum told his father's name.
Yeah, that was funny. I mean, yeah, like there's wordplay and there's, slapstick and just sort of ridiculous characters. Yeah, it just seems like it's all over the board.
Right.
I think maybe I'm leaning closer to not liking this movie anymore. I
I'm
don't know.
I'm not trying to talk you into not
No, I
liking
know
it,
that, but it's I can't find much to defend about it.
yeah, it's
Other
like
than I did find, I think, more of it funny than you did, but I still can't defend it.
it's like a bad meal with really good seasoning.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, that tasted good. Oh, and then I'll have a big mouth of crap now. Thanks, Peter Sellers. I did really, really enjoy the opening credit sequence. That was cool.
The opening credits and even the end credits a little bit were like you see this box open and it's got these paper cutouts of like all the characters, they're cartoons.
Right.
And we learn at the end of it that they're drawn by Charles Adams,
Yeah.
who you also didn't know about like 2 years ago.
I thought it was just a TV show. I had no idea it was a comic until a couple years ago.
But yeah, so they're not animated, but like, they do a close up on each character and, they give the actor's name that's supposed to be that character. And, their eyes like start darting around,
Right.
except for the Peter Falk one.
Yeah. I wonder why that is.
Oh, yeah.
They could have at least done the one eye. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But yeah, that was cool. I like that sequence.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I think this segment turned out better than the one we were headed on earlier.
If you can believe that.
Yeah. So let's take a break.
That sounds like a
Right.
good idea. Hey, welcome back.
Hello.
We're here.
We are. We did not leave. We came back for you.
We're not allowed to be leaving the room, just like in Murder by Death.
Yeah.
Oh, we're not talking about that again.
No, I don't know. Yeah, it's
I started getting depressed as soon as I said the name. Oh, yeah.
yeah. So how you doing?
I'm not bad.
Yeah,
Not bad. Yeah, I've had an all right week. How about you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Also have had an all right week.
Sweet.
Yeah.
That's all we can hope for sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My weekend got a little jumbled, but it's fine.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're creatures of habit.
Yeah, we are.
Things get all mixed up.
I do not like it.
It was like Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
And Silly Saturday.
It kind of was. In fact, exactly it
Yeah,
was.
it was. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, my usual Friday plans fell through, but it got moved into Saturdays, and we do drawing night on Saturday.
Yeah, hell yeah, we do.
So and then you go have Mexican food with your girlfriend on Fridays.
Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, we do.
And then come over for drawing on Saturday, and we had to switch.
We flip-flopped.
We flip flopped. We did drawing out on Friday. And I've said it before, I'll continue to say it every time it happens. I hate a Friday drawing night.
It's not as good because our stamina's down.
Yeah, I certainly am not well rested.
Right.
I certainly have a tendency to start falling asleep at around 10 or so on a Friday.
Yeah.
Because I am old.
Well, what else is there to do?
Yeah, exactly.
You turn on the bounce channel and you just drift into sweet oblivion.
Oh, I wish. The Bounce channel does not nearly have as much awesome stuff on it as it should.
Today it did.
Today it was. Today it was certainly awesome.
There's like half-naked ladies packed into a Jeep with no top driving around shooting machine guns.
Yep.
That's pretty
Savage Sisters. And Sid Haig was in it.
cool. Oh yeah. He's the one I mistook for Tommy Chong.
Yes.
He was a lot hairier than I've ever seen Sid Haig look.
Yeah, he was playing a Colombian hippie.
Mm-hmm.
A murderous Colombian hippie. I think.
Double-crossing murderous Colombian.
Oh, yeah. Although I'm pretty sure whenever you say Sid Haig, murderous is just implied. Like when he played the murderous judge in Jackie Brown.
Right. It's like Pat Sajak. You just don't need that adjective. Everybody knows.
Yep.
He's killing on the weekends.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Saw a movie I could talk about.
Oh, yeah?
That I enjoyed greatly.
Ooh.
Enjoyed far more than I enjoyed Murder by Death.
All right.
It was called The Innkeepers. And it was a horror film. It's October. It's the time for horror.
Yeah, it is.
And felt because Saturday when I was hanging out with the person that I usually hang out with on Friday, we decided to watch a movie. So I just went through the Netflix horror selection and found this film that I have been actually wanting to see for a while. So we decided to watch it.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with it, but
It's about a year old, maybe less even. No real stars in it that I can think of, other than Kelly McGinnis, who was the lady from Top Gun.
Tom Cruise's main squeeze.
Yes. Only 35 years old or whatever, whenever that movie was made.
Right.
I don't remember.
Probably like mid-'80s, yeah.
Sure, yeah. It's a ghost story that takes place in an actual hotel
Hey.
called the Yankee Peddler. And the storyline is that the hotel is closing. They've pretty much stripped all of the rooms out, and there's only like 2 employees left in the hotel on the final weekend. And they happen to like to investigate ghost hauntings.
Huh.
And they So they're trying to find proof of a ghost in the hotel because there's always been stories that it's
Right.
haunted.
Most hotels probably have that.
Oh yeah, the
'Cause-
hotel I worked at had
Yeah.
that.
Because what hotel hasn't had a murder or two?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I've told the stories on here before about my hotel. So and it's a fucking Holiday Inn that was built in like 1985. Yeah. So. But yeah, it was really good. Really solid. It's a very slow burn kind of movie. Like nothing really happens in it until like an hour into it almost. Like all the major stuff only happens in like the last 20 minutes or so. But at least up until then, like the characters are interesting and it's kind of funny and it's engaging and you care about all the people in it. So that when all the bad stuff starts happening, then you're like, oh no.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not just like random victim
Right.
from a Friday the 13th movie.
Right. It's very atmospheric and a good sense of dread whenever the dark stuff happens, but counterbalanced by the likable characters who just have fun with each other because they're friends and they get along and they make jokes.
See, that's cool.
Yeah.
I might check that out. I like watching more horror than normal during the Halloween season. It just feels appropriate.
I enjoy watching horror any time of year.
Even on Christmas Day.
Indeed. As I once watched on Mother's Day a movie called Inside,
Oh, wow.
which is a very horrific movie about a pregnant woman about to give birth. And that movie actually takes place on Christmas Day. So it's like two holidays in one.
Huh. I never saw that one either.
I did not watch it with my mom, I should point out.
Right.
I watched it after I had done my Mother's Day celebrating.
Where you guys watched, oh shit, I couldn't think of the name.
It's fine.
The name of the John Waters movie that I watched with my mama. It's forever lost. I burned it out of my... Oh, Pink Flamingos, yeah. Yeah.
That's all right. I was the other day I was thinking about how probably how weird and inappropriate it was that I watched Boogie Nights with my parents.
Huh. Yeah. Whose idea was that?
My mom probably rented it.
Wow.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that Mark Wahlberg.
I don't think at the time she had any idea who he was.
Yeah.
Nobody had any idea who he was at the time.
I did.
He was still just that guy from
Marky Mark.
and the Funky Bunch.
Whatever happened to the Funky Bunch?
I'm sure they're all dead now.
You don't think like he at least lets him hang out with him and shoot pool at his mansion or something?
I don't think so.
No.
No. I think he's distancing himself
He's
as
severed
much as humanly possible.
severed his funky ties.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea, Mark.
I also watched another movie I can talk about.
Oh, what'd
It
you watch?
was a German film from 1931 called The Testament of Dr. Mabuse. Directed by Fritz Lang, who directed M and Metropolis. It was good.
Yeah. Mabuse.
It's
That's a fun word.
Yeah, it is Mabuse.
Mabuse.
It's a crime film, crime noir, with a little bizarreness thrown in because it's
Fritz Lang.
Fritz Lang. It's German. It's that weird German cinema from the 30s, kind of thing.
Right.
Which has an actual name that I cannot think of.
It's not noir though. It's
I mean, it's noir, but
yeah.
it also has a little bit of
oh, okay. Whatever the
like Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, and
it's not German expressionism, is it? Or,
yeah, that's it.
Is it?
Yeah,
So I know a thing or two.
yeah.
I just never heard of Paul Simon.
Yeah, it's pretty good. People should go see it. It's about an evil genius, mad scientist, nerd, who is building a criminal empire.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it is pretty
We
good.
should have watched that.
We should have.
Maybe I will check that out. I bet the library has that.
Probably. It's a Criterion, so I don't know
Ooh.
if they carry any of that.
Maybe the Oakwood Library.
There you go. I think there's a Fritz Lang box set out that exists that has all the Dr. Mabuse movies. There's 3 of them. There was a silent one from the 20s. This one is the sequel to that, and then a third one, I think, in like 1960.
That's cool. So it's like his only reoccurring character, I guess.
I think so, yeah. Although there's a detective in the movie who, I mean, I can't say for sure because I also didn't look it up either. But I think it's the same actor even from M.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the detective who was investigating, in that movie.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is it supposed to? I mean, it's supposed to be the same character. You mean?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. That'd
Could
be
be.
cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah,
Tying it together.
could be. How there's going to be a character from the show Wonder Falls that's going to appear as the same character in the new Hannibal TV show,
Yeah.
based on the Hannibal Lecter movies and novels.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Those two worlds neatly tied together.
Yep.
Talking Cal Creamers and Buffalo Bill tugging his cock between his legs.
Yeah.
That's a crazy world. Well, I only watched one movie this week, and it was other than this one,
Right.
and it was pretty bad. It was really, really slow. It was a 1954 monster movie called The Snow Creature,
Oh,
full of stock footage and pointless dialogue scenes that went on forever.
right.
But bad movie.
Yeah. That's why it's being featured on a horror host TV show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll make it more fun. They'll poke some fun at it between commercial breaks, maybe.
It'd be fun. I don't think they actually do, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't they at least do some sort of something based on like will they have snow in the?
I don't know.
Yeah, they don't do that. So.
We're talking about our friend Matt Brassfield's show, The Terrifying Tales of the Macabre. I've been to more than a few shootings of the show, the in between host segments, and I don't think they have much to do with
really?
the movie at all.
Because there was one, wasn't there one, like, I thought when you guys did the Bigfoot movie, they ate a Bigfoot or something like that.
I don't even know if that was a Bigfoot movie.
Oh, okay. It might have just been a,
Yeah,
okay.
I could not tell you for sure.
All right. So that would be cool if they tied that in somehow.
Yeah, it would be. I know that there was one episode I was on where Baron von Porkchop was playing a video game and he was trying to get the high score, and I think the movie was like The Creature from 20,000 Leagues or something like that.
He was trying to get a score of 20,000, maybe.
Yeah.
At least that. Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, but yeah, Snow Creature. Skip it.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess this is as good a time as any to plug the brand new podcast from the Gutter Trash Network.
What?
Yeah.
We talked about it on the 200, didn't we?
We did, but it's actually out now.
Whoa.
People can go download it and listen to it. And I hope you do, because I had fun doing it.
I want to listen to it,
Yeah.
because I wasn't there.
No, you weren't. But someone that you love very dearly is on that show. And it's me.
Yes. I do love you.
There's some other chick on that show, too.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Some other chick,
Other than you?
other than you.
Yeah.
It was Joji! No.
Joji's not just another chick.
He is the chick.
That's right. He's
Yeah.
a foxy filly.
No, it's called the Stupid Sexy Podcast. We talked about it on the 200th episode, but might as well talk about it again because I just did it.
Yeah, you did.
It is out. It's available. You can go to ssp.guttertrash.net and download that first episode. You can subscribe to it there from iTunes or the RSS feed, and it's hosted by me and a lady called Kathleen Coyle, who has a relationship with someone in this room. And it's not me.
Yay.
Well, actually, it is me. She's my co-host.
Aw. She's my co-host in life.
Yes, she is. She's your everyday co-host.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Except for I only see her like 3 days a week.
right. But yeah, it was fun. We talked about some stuff that everybody should go listen to.
Cool.
Yeah.
So you guys don't review stuff, right?
No, not really.
You just kinda-
nothing specific,
Right.
and nothing that like we would have just sat through or whatever.
Oh,
But
so she's not like being interviewed for my position here.
no.
Okay,
No. Yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
Because that would be awkward.
It's basically the show is everything that I would love to talk to you about, but you don't know anything.
This is true. So you guys can talk about all the mysteries and the
Yeah. Neil Simon
Neil
plays.
Simons. Yeah, there you go.
But no, it's mostly like because she and I spend a lot of time on the internet. And
Right.
there's news stories breaking all the time, and there's interesting happenings in the comic book world that you are oblivious about until like it comes out in previews.
Yeah.
uh,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
and so it's basically all the stuff that you just you don't get on the internet, so you don't know that this thing exists.
Right.
So she and I can talk about it and get our opinions out about
Right.
it. Yeah.
You can get excited about it without just having to just tell someone about it.
Exactly,
You can actually converse.
Right.
So that's cool. Yeah, because I feel like she's the same way. She'll be like reading tweets and whatnot, and
Right.
I'm just like, what? Who's that? I've never heard of him.
Yeah, it comes out monthly. The first episode is out now. Go get it.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Stupid. Sexy. Podcast.
Yep. Anything
exciting.
else on the Jason horizon?
Nothing, sir. I've got nothing.
at all.
Actually, I am doing something. I just figured out today. I mentioned to you sometime in the last few days. Like I said, I can't remember what days, because our
Right.
weekends have befuddled. But Pat Kane warned me at the last second that Chris Ware was in Columbus, like over the weekend, to
Yeah.
do some sort of speaking thing and slideshow and whatnot. And he's gone. He's back in his cave in New England or Chicago. I think he lives in Chicago. But some of his original artwork is on display at CCAD, the Columbus College of Art and Design.
Yep.
And I think it's there all this week through October 12th, till like 5:00 every day. And I'm gonna try to go up Thursday morning. I'm actually gonna skip out on my volunteer work
What?
so I can go up there. If there's one thing that's
Should you not be announcing that here in advance?
well, no, I already told the people
okay.
at the studio because I'm like it's weird. It's a weird situation because I work there one day a week, and they don't need me on the day that I volunteer because there's a lot less clients there. But I've grown to know those clients really well because I've been there for 2 years on Thursdays.
Right.
So I still go because it's fun and like I just have a good time.
Right.
But they don't really need me there. So I warned them over the weekend. I was like, hey, and by the way, I'm not going to be there Thursday because I'm going to be in Columbus. So,
All right.
so yeah, no, that's cool. I'm not going to get in trouble.
All right.
But yeah, I'm pretty excited because I've never actually seen in person any of Chris Ware's original pages.
Right.
And I'm pretty stoked to see that. Touch them, maybe steal one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I tried to get him to do a commission a couple years ago when I met him, and he shot me down
Right.
very politely though.
Yeah.
But he just said he didn't have time really, and so I'm just gonna go up there and steal some of his work.
All right. That sounds perfectly reasonable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the plan.
Well, I wish you luck with that.
Thank you. Maybe I'll like do a nice like copy and like replace it, and they won't notice
there
for
you go.
years. You know, like
You're pretty good at
Yeah.
doing a recreation.
yeah. Oh yeah, and that should be nothing.
Right,
Like just
yeah.
spitting one of his things out.
Hey, I've seen his art. It's very simple.
Yeah, I've got a compass and a
Yeah.
ruler.
That's all you need.
Yeah, circle templates.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing I'm looking forward to this week.
Yeah.
So that'll be cool.
I am not looking forward to anything this week.
Well, I've got one thing you can look forward to.
Oh.
A freaking comic book you can read.
Oh. Yeah?
I hope.
Okay.
I hope you're going to look forward to this.
Okay. Hit me.
All right. Sorry.
God damn it.
right in the gullet. No, I didn't punch him. I would never do that. I would punch him with my love.
Ooh.
A love punch. Want to do some love punching?
Okay.
Maybe after we stop.
Yeah.
That'll really hurt my hand. It stings. It's like whenever you press a screwdriver too hard, trying to get the
Right.
screw really tight. Oh man, damn it. Anyway, it's a comic book by the Truman Brothers called Hawken. Never heard of it?
Not at all.
Nah. See, I know stuff.
All right.
Yay.
I can't feel any excitement for this because I don't know what this is. I've never heard of it.
You know the Truman Brothers are
Not a fucking clue.
Ben and Tim Truman.
I know Tim Truman.
Oh
I
yeah,
think.
yeah.
Lone Ranger and
Jonah Hex.
Jonah Hex.
Yeah,
that guy.
okay. That guy.
Yeah, I know who that guy is.
Okay. Yeah, he
Was not aware he had a brother.
oh yeah. Ben is the writer and Tim is the artist.
Oh, okay. Well then, okay, that's something to latch on to.
Sweet.
All right.
So Hawken.
Hawken. Is it? Let me guess. It's something about Indians.
Dude, spoiler. It's an old west tale.
Okay.
Yeah.
So not Hawkworld.
No,
Okay.
no.
Good, because I have a copy of that. If you just want to do that.
And that was Tim Truman too.
Yeah,
Wasn't
it was.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's weird. No, it's not that.
Okay then. All right. Well then, I'm slightly more excited now that I've heard of someone involved.
Sweet.
All right then.
Look forward to it.
Cool. Well, then we'll do that. And I gotta tear apart my computer as soon as you leave. So,
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I gotta go practice making construction paper jack-o'-lanterns.
Enjoy it.
Oh, I will.
All right. Goodbye. Thank you for listening to Gutter Trash. You can subscribe to the show from guttertrash.net or from iTunes and leave us a review. Visit guttertrash.net for email information, links to our Facebook and Twitter pages, and for other podcasts and websites in the Gutter Trash Network. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.